Holy shit, you guys. We just had XFL football. I really don't know what to do with myself at this moment. I'm living in a euphoric state right now. And I don't know if I can make it through this without crying, but I'm going to try. I'm XFL Jim. This is the week 1 recap of the XFL. Good job on your little startup league, XFL Jim. Hey, you shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. I got the college draft coming up this week. I get it, okay? Fine, whatever. Shut the fuck up until April. Yeah, it's on. April. I'm coming for that ass. Let's go. Let's go. Get the fuck out of here right now. Fuck you. That's what I thought. Game number 1, we had the Vegas Vipers taking on the Arlington Renegades, with the Renegades winning this one 22-20 without scoring an offensive touchdown. That's right. Renegades defense came to play. The story of the game was a tale of two halves for Luis Perez and the Vegas Vipers. The Viper Lord just kind of started out super hot and just lost himself along the way. Just couldn't get it done in the second half. What a way to start the season. This is a banger of a game. It kind of had everything you wanted out of it. It had the comeback mechanic of it. It had fun storylines going throughout. Luis Perez looking great in the first half. Just kind of in the second half. Fat man touchdown. Great comeback for the Renegades. Second half adjustments. Fun little aspects of it. And we get to see the XFL in action for the first time in literal years. I shed a tear when this game was on, and it was such a proud moment for me and everyone in the garage. It was a beautiful moment, and I cannot explain to you how happy I am that this league is going on. It is the best thing in my life. Hands down the best moment of my life was this weekend. It was just, we had an onside kick in this game. We had the valiant 4th and 5 try and attempt from the Vipers, and it worked. It's a fun aspect of it. We saw people tweeting about it. We saw people going on about it. It was great. The run games of both teams leave a little bit to desired, and you'll see it with every game. The offensive lines they need more time to gel. We understand that with these leagues. The offensive lines just need a little bit more time to gel. The sexual energy of this game, though, was fantastic. Danny Garcia trotting out there in her little Amelia Earhart outfit, looking like she's going to fly across the Atlantic. I see you. Bob Stoops, don't think I didn't see you winking at the camera at me. He knows. Bob Stoops has been getting my messages, folks. He understands what we're about here in the garage. I think both teams can kind of look forward happy. The Renegades got away with this one. I think this was more of a Vipers loss than a Renegades win. The Renegades defense came up huge with 2 picks, and I don't suspect that their offense is going to continue to be this stagnant, but we'll see. We will see, and I'm excited for week 2 for both of these teams. Game number 2, we had the Orlando Guardians taking on the Houston Roughnecks. The Roughnecks winning this one 33-12. This was the rout of the weekend. This was the one blowout we had this weekend, and the Roughnecks made it look easy, but it's not hard to do when you got Paxton Lynch back there at quarterback for the Guardians. It's pretty elementary. That Roughnecks defense had a field day. The Orlando Guardians O-line didn't do Lynch any favors, don't get me wrong, but he was making some weird throws. The one touchdown he did have gave us a little bit of an exposure of Dean Zambino out there, where he's just like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here. Let the call stand, I guess. Let it stand, whatever. Brandon Silvers for the Roughnecks, he looked good. He looked good for the most part. He's pretty inconsistent, so I don't know if they stick with him for the rest of the season, but in this game he was fine. He got it done, but you could just kind of rely on that defense if they're going to play like this every week, and you can just ride that home, baby. Just ride that Roughnecks D to V-Town. V for victory. You dirty, dirty boy watching this. Don't. Your mind is in the fucking gutter. I thought Dormady looked a little bit better for the Guardians, and I think the Guardians have weapons. I think they're going to be a team that you wait till week 5 and see them gel. I think they're really going to get glued together by week 5, and that's when you're going to see something interesting. I wonder if they're going to... I think Paxton Lynch is done. I wonder if they're going to have Dormady out there, or if I wonder if they're going to be trotting out little DeAndre Francois. I think they said Francois might be coming in week 2. You're going to see some Francois. So be on the lookout for that. Takeaways for each team. Roughnecks, they look fantastic, just albeit in a different way than 2020. This defense, I think it might be legit. So watch out for them. I don't know what they're going to do with Silvers. I think he's good enough to be give you a decent offense, but we want to see a little bit more consistency out of him. For the Orlando Guardians, I just blank slate now. You're kind of starting with a blank slate in week 2. If you're going to have Dormady out there or not, offensive line, similar to a lot of these teams, offensive line just needs to get better. I think once that kind of flows and gets better, that you'll see a lot of these teams the level of play will just rise up even more. Game number 3, we had the St. Louis Battlehawks taking on the San Antonio Brahmas, with the Battlehawks winning this one 18-15. The comeback story of the weekend. Holy shit. We thought the Battlehawks were down and out. We thought Jack Cohn, by the way, credit to you, Jack Cohn, you shut me the hell up. You look pretty dang good out there, all things considered. But the Battlehawks are down. Nobody believes them. And then all of a sudden, they get a touchdown. And then they get a 3-point conversion. They get the 4th and 15 onside kick. And then they get another touchdown and they win the game in the last moments of the game. Insane shit. Insane shit from St. Louis. I was bricked up watching this one. The Battlehawks offensive line is rough. I'd put them just a smidge above the Guardians offensive line for skill-wise. They did not look very good, but Kalen Ballage did. Kalen Ballage looked really fucking good, and the crowd in San Antonio, my word, this crowd was electric. They had more people in San Antonio. I think this was the biggest spring football crowd since St. Louis in 2020. That is impressive. Good on you, Brahmas. Good on you, City of San Antonio. You are a hashtag Rod certified city for this right here. The Battlehawks were the only team to win on the road, so congratulations to that. And they did it in a very, very entertaining way. They showed off the extreme excitement that the XFL comeback mechanics can bring. And chef's kiss all over. I want to take Anthony Becht, and I want to give him a good time. Just for that performance alone, I want to give you a good time. AJ McCarron, leave the wife at home, buddy. If you know what I mean. Game number 4, we had the Seattle Sea Dragons taking on the DC Defenders, with the Defenders winning this one 22-18. This was a game of momentum. The Sea Dragons come out swinging. Benedenucci, he look good to start of the game. He look a lot like a Benna Mahomes, if you know what I say. And then he become a doo-doo after the lemon party, so to speak. Speaking of which, Beer Snake Gate, Lemon Party, whatever we want to call it, it changed the game. The fans of DC changed the game, and that's why you DC Defenders fans are my fans of the week. Congratulations. Give the Defenders a round of applause for being the fans of the week. But as I was saying, it's a game of momentum. Until Lemon Party, the Sea Dragons had all the momentum. They marched down the field that first drive, scored at will. They were looking really good, and then all of a sudden, the energy just manifested itself into the Defenders, and they come out bam, 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 bam. That defense, the fucking Sea Dragons couldn't do anything. The Defenders marching down the field, getting it done. And then the culmination, the comeback mechanics still in play. The Sea Dragons go for 3. They get it. They go for the 4th and 15. They get it. And they march down the field, and Benedenucci fumbles on the goal line.
Danucci, he's going to run it, and he stopped short. Seattle out of timeouts. They have got to hurry up.
They turned the ball over.
Oh, it's...
I called it going in. This was my most entertaining game going in. I think it was the most entertaining game coming out. And I had a blast. What a great way to start. What a great way to finish. By the way, Danny Garcia, that Snuggie she was wearing, I want it so bad. It looks so comfortable. so comfortable. Shout out to her. Shout out to the Rock. They made it to all 4 games. That was really cool. Takeaways for the Sea Dragons and the Defenders. I think the Sea Dragons are in an all-right spot. They need to, again, O-line play a little bit weak throughout, but that'll kind of fix itself. I wonder what the Sea Dragons are going to do. I think they're going to find themselves. Maybe run the ball a little bit more. Maybe kind of open up the offensive playbook a little bit. I get it's week 1, but I want to see a little bit more razzle-dazzle, so to speak. And I think, as I said in the previews, I think as far as getting Josh Gordon involved, that's going to be a big factor for the Sea Dragons team. Takeaway for the whole weekend. Vibes were immaculate. I was streaming all 4 games. I had a great time. The crowds at all the games looked fun. The vibes online, the broadcasts. I just had so much goddamn fun. I love this league with all of my XFL loving heart, with all of my garage loving heart. This league, it pumps the blood in my veins. It's what makes the shaft erect. It's what just makes life worth living. The crowds were great. San Antonio, DC especially. I love all the fans. I love all the fans there in person. Let's get a bigger crowd there for week 2. Let's see what the people can bring. I'm going to be there in Vegas, so I want to see a great crowd for the Vegas Vipers. I need that in my life. I'm going to be blasted drunk. I'm going to be cheering for any team, probably the home team. Anytime I root for the league as a whole, but when I'm at a home environment, I want to root for the home team. The offensive line play, we're going to see continually improve, I imagine. That needs to happen. I think we're going to see it. And the question I have is anyone separating? I feel like maybe the Guardians are separating in a bad way, but every other game came down to the wire. So I think we're getting a bunch of close level teams in this league. Week 2 might expose some people. We'll see, but I think these teams are going to be pretty competitive throughout. This is it's a hope. It's a hope. Other takeaways for the whole league, I love the transparency. I love being able to hear the refs. Being able to hear, especially on a review call. I love being able to listen in on a review and kind of see where the refs are thinking. It's an excellent addition to the game. Final takeaway for the week, I came buckets. So I am out of cum, out of energy, and I will be refreshed by Thursday. That's the truth. I will be refreshed by Thursday. That's a promise. That's a hashtag garage certified promise to you people out there. That leads us in to my XFL power rankings after week 1. At number 8, we have the Orlando Guardians. They were the only team that got blown out. Paxton Lynch looked not great. They had a lot of aspects not looking great. The offense really couldn't get anything done. The defense couldn't stop the Roughnecks for the most part. They got a couple key stops, but weren't doing much. I think that's not helped by the offense, but the Guardians just in general didn't look fantastic. At number 7, I'm going to put the Vegas Vipers, but I think basically 7 through 4 are all extremely close. I think the Vipers are a really good team. I have them on the bottom right here just because of that second half collapse. That first game was more the Vipers collapsing than the Renegades winning, but I'm going to put them at number 7 for now. At number 6, give me the Seattle Sea Dragons. Again, a second half collapse, but I'm going to put that one on DC more so. I'm going to put that on the crowd. I'm going to put that on the Lemon Party. And I think the Sea Dragons might be a team to watch out for. At number 5, give me the San Antonio Brahmas. They were in the game the whole time. Literally, the Battlehawks had to make that last second comeback in order to win this game. I think San Antonio is going to be a good team. Jack Cohn looked way better than I thought he would. This team defied my expectations. I think their defensive line also is very, very good. At number 4, give me the Arlington Renegades. The defense saved them. This defense is pretty good, but that offense needs to show that it can compete and score some damn touchdowns. I want to see a little bit more out of the Arlington Renegades offense. At number 3, give me the St. Louis Battlehawks, the comeback of all comebacks, and they needed it. So for a good majority of this game, A.J. McCarron and this offensive line were struggling, and I need to see some improvement there before I bump them up in the rankings. At number 2, give me the DC Defenders. This was a very solid team all around. They might be the most well-rounded team. Them or the Brahmas. They both played really good in the passing game. I'd say the Brahmas probably a little bit better, but DC, they have the dual quarterback system. I wonder how much more we'll see De'Aaron King in week 2. I expect to see him quite a bit more. They seem to be a little bit more energized with him under there, but I thought Tomlin played fine. He played all right. I think they're good. The D is legit, and their run game was awesome. At number 1, I have the Houston Roughnecks. Dominant win. This defense is fucking good. I think this defensive front might be the best in the league. And Wade Phillips is proving his chops out there, his big old gutty chops. And if this offense improves even just to like good, they're strong. They are a strong, strong team. So once again, my power rankings are Orlando Guardians, Vegas Vipers, Seattle Sea Dragons, San Antonio Brahmas, Arlington Renegades, St. Louis Battlehawks, DC Defenders, Houston Roughnecks. What a week, folks. What a week. God, I'm so happy. Even USFL Jim can't bring me down at this moment. Fucking bastard. Anyway, I'll see you guys later this week for my week 2 previews. Let's just enjoy the XFL, shall we? Thank you. Thank you. This fucking here. I'm so happy.
So in a revolt, the fans are throwing lemons. The referees are clearing the players off the field for player safety. The fans say, give us our beer snake back and we'll stop throwing lemons.